Hey, good evening, everybody, and welcome to 20 Sides to Every Story. Tonight we are playing one of our community campaign games. We're playing The Lost City from Goodman Games, one of the original adventures Reincarnated, book number 4. We've been showcasing this series of books on the channel here for a good while now, since the very first one with Into the Borderlands, and now um, we are exploring the story of the Synodicians. So this is something we do a few times each month with the folks that support our channel, either on our Patreon page. Patreon folks always get the first chance to sign up for games when I post the signups. Otherwise, the other way that folks can come and join us in on the fun is by just subscribing to the channel. I've been utilizing the option to email the subscribers. So whenever we've got open spots, I'll usually blast out an email to let everyone know that we've got spots and we're looking for players. So this is a great way to kind of feel it out and play in a game with many of the people that play in all the other things that we got going on the channel. So we'd love to have you. So if we're playing tonight and you think it looks like fun to jump in, you can support in either of those ways. Otherwise, the other way you can come and hang out with us is in our Discord server, where you can come and chat with us in between the streams, and always people posting up games in our LFG channel there. So great little community with a lot of fun and a lot of activities. So if you're looking for a game, definitely come and check us out and see what's going on there. This week we've got a fair number of things on the schedule, so you can check that out in the info section of the channel. Just a couple of things I'd point out is we're doing something a little bit different on Saturday. As you can see, we got the big Jasper's Game Day emblem over there. We are a Jasper's Game Day ambassador, and so we have pledged to play games in support of suicide awareness and education, and that is what it's all about whenever we do a Jasper's Game Day event. And we got one on Saturday. We've got some friends from they were looking for a home in Twitchland, and so they asked if they could be kind of sponsored on the channel here, and we said yeah, we can switch some things around in our schedule to make room for some games to raise some money for Jasper's Game Days. So they'll be on the channel here on Saturday. They've got 3 games lined up. So if you want to come and see some new faces on the channel, drop by on Saturday. Their first game will be at 11, and then I think from there they've got a game at 2:30 and 6:30 if I'm remembering correctly. So come and check that out and see what they're up to. We're going to be doing other Jasper's Game Day events throughout the year too. I'm planning to do one in March as kind of like the first day of like Gary Con. I was going to run my big Tarrasque game to raise some money for a really great group here out of Appleton, Wisconsin. The Center for Suicide Awareness. They run a text and support line, and they're always in need of help. So we'll be doing some fundraising for them as well. Yeah, otherwise the regular schedule is out there, so come and check out some games throughout the week. I think that's it. I think that's all I got for announcements before we get started here. So our game here tonight is picking up kind of directly on the heels of our previous session. The war to reclaim the city of Synodicea rages on. 3 factions. The 3 factions of Synodicea have formed a coalition that consists of the Brotherhood of Gorm, the Warrior Maidens of Madarua, and the Magi of Usamigaris to take back the underground city from the cultists that worship the eldritch horror Zargon. Down in the city, the faction leaders are currently leading their followers in military assaults against their former strongholds to take back vital points of the city um, in this major battle. And meanwhile, our heroes here have been tasked with delaying Zargon's allies, the hobgoblins, who reside on the western side of Lake Moldvay. Um, this is a very crucial task because the hobgoblins are definitely kind of the muscle of the whole Zargon operation, and so delaying them is vital for the Synodicians to successfully take back their city. The adventurers have made an alliance with a clan of goblins who they're called the Scalers because they have a proficiency for being able to climb and such, and so that's where they get their name. Um, and the adventurers have been successful in the previous episodes with convincing them to rise up against their hobgoblin overlords. Currently, the goblins have taken the fight. They are currently in battle with the hobgoblins in this grand multi-tiered cavern where they've mustered their forces, and they've kind of made that the place where they're funneling the hobgoblins because it gives them a little bit of a strategic advantage. They can climb up the walls, they can drop down on them. They've got zip lines and all sorts of craziness that are allowing the goblins to kind of pick off the mightier hobgoblins with ranged attacks and trickery. Kind of lured them into the home turf. Meanwhile, our three adventurers here, they've been given two tasks to complete while the hobgoblins are occupied. Kill the hobgoblin warlord Kalkan and disable the hobgoblin's capacity for creating the regenerative undead hobgoblins that you've come to know as the Thuls. One of these tasks has been completed already. The adventurers in the previous session killed Kalkan. And so now there is just one thing left to do, and that is to find the necromancer, hobgoblin necromancer named Gouldust, and stop his experimentation that has allowed him to create these Thule creatures. So before we carry on any further, we're going to give our characters here a chance to introduce themselves. Give us your... we'll just kind of go around the table here. Give us your name, class, race, anything you want to tell us about your character and their backstory. And then we'll have you answer a question, and that is, what would most people think when they see your character? And I think we'll start right at the bottom of my screen first with Chris Jones playing Dunker.
Okay. Send. Oh, sorry, I was trying not to interrupt you. And then it took forever to do that. So, Chris, I'm playing Dunker, the bard, hobgoblin bard. And even though I have a silly voice, like oh, hey, mom, I'm just an old nanny, or like an old nanny wiping a boy's fanny, but I actually have all kinds of voices. I'm just a entertainer of many kinds. But what was the first thing that someone thinks when they see me? Well, that I'm a disgusting hobgoblin, and I'm ugly for a hobgoblin, to be fair. But once they see the clothes, once they see the style, once they start to see the moves, they know that I'm truly fabulous.
All right, so that is Dunker. Next up, we have Cliff, who is playing Helibet.
Helibet is a uh, dwarven cleric, 5th level, uh, domain of the Forge. And Helibet suffers from from a past mishap that he feels cursed him, and so he doesn't he his self esteem is pretty low. Um, and most if when someone sees Helibet, he believes they just avoid his gaze and hope he'll go away.
Okay. That's what Halibut thinks most people think when they see him, or that's what happens. I don't know.
Well, that's what he thinks, and after they meet him, that's usually what they do then.
Oh. It seems like most people have been encouraging of Halibut and have been trying to help him out of his.
I'm not considering our group here,
Oh, okay.
although the numbers of our group seem to have diminished, so maybe some of them did leave.
That's Halibut's pitch for you should subscribe to the channel so you can come and fill one of these empty spots out along the bottom of the screen. All right. And then next up is Professor.
Hi, I'm Dawson. I'm playing the Professor. He is a Sin wizard, a blade singer. Well, what I believe is when people first see me, they see me for my luscious and fabulous robes that I tend to wear, beautifully rainbow-colored, and my bright personality. But recently, everyone just seems to make fun of the way I smell. I mean, I don't think I smell that bad. I don't smell anything. Why does everyone keep saying I smell like cotton balls? It doesn't make sense. I'm gonna have to look up a solution to this problem if there ever was one. And that's Professor.
Inhibits your stealth checks when people can smell the cotton balls from down the corridor. So we're picking back up basically 1 hour after you had defeated Kal Khan, the Hobgoblin Warlord. Because of the nature of these games, we just kind of have to hand wave a little bit the fact that you had the other adventurers with you previously. But they're maybe went to report back, the three of them, to report back to let the queen of the goblins know that Kal Khan had been defeated, and maybe they can use that as some kind of a strategic leverage to realizing that command is not coming from the top anymore. And so you three stayed behind in order to kind of lick your wounds and seek out your second objective. Right now you are, unless you tell me otherwise, I'm going to assume maybe you took up your rest in the Warlord's chamber here. There was like a quite a bit of stuff here that you found in your previous session. In the previous session, you actually uncovered that there was like this sort of secret cache of stuff that he had right over here. There was a secret door in the wall there, and you found this like huge haul. I think several thousand gold. There were these black metal short swords that seemed to be of a very fine quality, that were a couple of you had picked up. Just a ton of stuff, some magic items, I think a spell book or some spell scrolls. So you've probably been kind of poring over some of that in this bedroom when you are the door to the bedroom opens, and you see Turco. And Turco, for those that don't remember, he had been a kind of a warden or a jailer that we met a couple of sessions ago. Didn't seem like he had strong loyalty to Kal Khan, and in meeting the party seemed not so eager to get into a combat with them, but agreed to go with them and provide them with information about the hobgoblins. And so he bursts through the door here and kind of does almost like a Kramer kind of thing, where he just kind of opens the door real quick, slides on in, and very gracefully slams that door behind him. And he says, "Hey, it's your pal Turco. Heard you need some help down here."
I can see your door closing skills have definitely improved, even though you're an expert in your field.
Well, yeah, I've sort of given up the whole opening doors, closing doors game, but old habits die hard. I like to make an entrance, you know. But
That's quite a fabulous entrance indeed, if I may say so. It completely
yeah,
caught me off guard.
I saw out there. I saw the body of the warlord. You sure got him good there. He's looking.
Rico, your door worked out just fine. We knew just how to find it. Not sure what to do. These barrels that we walked through, you must have seen them as you came by. But it's good to see you.
Oh yeah, those barrels they gave quite a rattle. I skedaddled through that little room real quick. So, now that what's his face is dead, the Kal Khan, we'll move on to dealing with the ghoul dust. You got any ideas or strategy for how you might deal with them? I think he's a powerful spellcaster. Do you have much experience with the necromantic arts? I mean, he's kind of a scary guy.
I don't have any experience. In fact, when I heard necromancer, I mistook it for necro dancer. I assumed it was some sort of popping and locking skeleton dance.
Well, something tells me Ghoul Dust might be kind of into that. He's sort of a weird dude. But I imagine with everything that's happening up top there, he's probably plenty busy trying to get to work on creating some more tools.
That's probably definitely the case. If they are launching an attack, I mean, reinforcements would be a very viable commodity or a resource for the hobgoblins, such as probably the tools. So the longer we stay here, the more he could probably make in the time we're chit-chatting here.
And in this moment, could you all give me what your passive perceptions are?
11.
12.
13.
13, Halibut. Do you speak Goblin?
I do.
So, in the room to the south there, what you perceive as the big conference room, you hear a couple of goblin voices, and it's a little muffled because the door is closed, but you hear it sounds like a female hobgoblin voice say, Warlord Kal Khan, what are your orders? And then you hear like a gasp. And just so you know, somebody's got some feedback. Like I can hear very, very slightly. I don't know if someone's got the stream up in the background.
Is it me? Are you drinking my beer?
I am.
Yeah.
Anything you're doing with that, Halibut?
No. There's somebody in the next room. They're giving orders. Something's going on there. Should we go in there?
Well, we are probably very vastly outnumbered, and our best avenue is discretion, I'd say. We should probably hop into the secret room with all the monies in it. That'd probably be a good place to at least hide out while they check out the room. We don't want them to know we're here and be on high alert.
They see the empty room and be on high alert anyways.
Yes, but they don't know where we are.
And Professor's gonna go over to the armor stand and just pull the lever.
and you pull the lever, and the door kind of grinds open. And you hear one of the. At this point, you're kind of tuned into that conversation with what's being said out in the main room, and you just hear, "Shh, shh! I think I heard something."
Quickly.
So
they're
you're
coming.
you're all starting to try to funnel yourselves into the treasure vault. As you do so, please let's have everyone give me a stealth check.
Oh dear.
I am an expert in stealth. Oh, what a great start.
All right.
I'm sorry, my armor makes too much noise.
So you're all kind of bumping into each other and kind of making a little bit of racket as you scramble to get over there to the door. And so you all kind of make it over here. But as you do, the door to the south here opens up. There's a hobgoblin standing there, and you didn't quite get over there fast enough to secure or close the door. So we're gonna roll initiative right here, and I am still hearing myself and everyone else kind of with a little bit of an echo. So I don't know. It sounds like someone's got the stream open somewhere with the volume on. Okay, so we will roll initiative. And at the top, we've got Dunker. You are the first to act. Oops, where did my tokens all disappeared?
You still hear it?
Yep.
I don't think so.
What happened?
So the door to the south swung open. This wall, like a 5-foot section of the wall right in the center there, is open.
All right, so I can jump out.
Yep. It would just be double movement through your allies' square, but after that you're in the clear.
All right, I'll come out here. And, surprise! Bet you didn't think I was gonna come out of there. And, I'm gonna point at the first guy, Hobgoblin 1, and I'm gonna be like, what are you even doing here? I mean, are you gonna try to stop me with what? What does he have in his hand? A sword, I assume.
He has like a war pick. Both him and the other male have a war pick in hand, and then the female, the woman, has a longsword.
Okay. So I'm putting in one. So someone's like, "Oh, what are you gonna do with that? Are you gonna dig a hole through the ground?" I just make terrible. I don't have better jokes than that, unfortunately. So so that's my vicious mockery. And what is the save? I believe it is a wisdom. Yeah, it's a wisdom 12. Oh, and I have to see if I can actually do this correctly.
All right. It looks like he saves. He just looks at you and he kind of is waving his war pick and he's like, "I'm gonna bury a hole in your front of your face, you numbskull."
So I'm just like, oh, I guess that's my turn because I just used my action to do that.
All right. Next up is Halibut.
Okay. Jig is up. We'll go. I'll move down here and I'll attack this one here.
All right. Uh, 16 will miss. Manages to block it with his shield.
All right. That'll be it then.
All right. Next up is the female in the back who she's pointing at Helibet, and in Goblin Helibet you'd be able to understand her. She says, "Him, get him out of the way. He's one of them healers." And seems to issue a command to both of them to take you out, Helibet. And she says, "He's a dwarf. Just off with his head." And that
I'm starting it off.
that is what she does on her turn. Professor, it is your turn.
Excellent. I'm gonna just peek my head out and say, brain freeze! And I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver at Hobgoblin number 1. Intelligence save.
And he fails.
Brain freeze! Oh, bother. And I'm just gonna stay right here where I feel nice and safe next to the doorman. And that will be my turn.
Hobgoblin 1 slips through the door here and is going to take a swing at Helibet. Oh, natural 1. I roll a d6 to see if it's a critical fumble. It is not. So that was his swing. The other one rushes up here as well, and is coming right, obeying orders to come after Helibet, and takes a swing. Helibet, what's your AC?
22.
Okay, even with the extra D4 that he would get on that will not hit. And that brings us up to Turco. And Turco says, "Oh shoot, why didn't this dang old door close? I don't know how to close it, but it seems like that's neither here nor there. We're in a battle now." And he pulls out a longbow, and he says, "I'm on your side, guys. See, look, old Turco's fighting the hobgoblins. I'm not with them no more. I'm reformed." And he takes a shot, but a 16 is gonna miss. Dunker, it is your turn.
All right. So I need to figure out how to get this to work, but I'm going to do Dissonant Whispers on the captain.
All right. And that's going to be a failure. So what happens to her? 3d6 psychic damage, and immediately use its reaction if available to move as far as its speed allows away from you. All right, 12 points of damage, and you could see her kind of steely, stern uh, facial expression kind of turns to horror as she kind of lets out a yelp and runs 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The back of the conference room. I shouldn't call it a conference room. It's like a war room. Anything else, Dunker?
Nope.
All right, Halibut, it is your turn.
I see you guys got really brave leadership. I'm attacking again. Oh, a little better.
Yes, 24 will hit. And that one goes down.
That's it then.
All right, Hobgoblin Captain recollecting herself comes back 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets to right here. And pulls out a javelin that she's going to try to throw back there at Dunker. And gets a critical hit.
Oh no.
That's going to deal 11 points of damage to Dunker. All right, next up is Professor.
I'm just gonna sneak behind Dunker and say, "Oh, that looked like a nasty hit. Just stay behind and don't get hit again, because that looked like it really hurts." And he's gonna cast Toll of Dead on the captain. Darn. And I'm gonna continue my movement just to get out of the way, and I'll be right there, and that'll be my turn.
This other hobgoblin here kind of like turns his head for a second, speak back in goblin to the captain, and he just says, "It seems like a lot of them got magic, ma'am," as he tries to take a swing at Halibut. And she's retorting back, "I can see that, you numbskull. Just hit him! Get him!" And this one is gonna miss. Next up is Turco. And he kind of moves around here, and he's kind of yelling out, also in Goblin, very loudly, "I don't got no magic. I just got a bow. It's just a stupid little bow." And then he tries to take a shot at the one in the doorway here, but misses. He says, "See, I'm not even that good at it with it, ma'am." And top of the order, Dunker, it is your turn.
Alright. Sorry, I'm just making sure that I'm not wasting my spell slots. I mean, that I'm actually marking them, because it's not doing it automatically, obviously. So. Alright, so nobody's injured except for me, right?
Right. I think so. Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna come up here. And I'm going to. Oh no, I'm sorry. This one was this person is a level 1. So I'm going to use it again on the captain here.
Okay. She's looking at you. "Oh, no, no, not again!" God! You hit her, and she just moves back. She's like stumbling through these chairs that are falling down. She's, "God damn it."
All right, here comes the pain.
And she's kind of holding herself. She puts her left hand on the edge of that table just to kind of hold herself up. You get the sense that you've done quite a bit of damage to her, but she's still up. Anything else, Dunker?
No.
All right, next up, Halibut.
Your turn.
And you manage to bop him. And he goes down.
I'm gonna move into this room here. That's it then.
She turns around kind of like on a halfway. You see that she's looking back at the southern hallway there, and she looks back at you, Halibut, and she kind of closes her eyes for a second, but then she picks up her greatsword. It seems that she's decided to fight, and she charges forward, and she kind of lets out a war cry as she tries to bring this to bear down on you. 22 to hit.
Just hits.
Dealing 13 points of damage. And so she kind of like brings it up against you, knocks you back a little bit, and then going for an overhand swing to try to bring it down onto your shoulder. But that one, your armor kind of glances off of your armor as you roll your shoulder back and sidestep away to answer yourself next turn. Professor, you are up.
Oh, excellent work. We've got them on the run. Oh, they're not leaving. Okay. I'm going to just move behind Mr. Calcon's chair and just pull up my tiny bell again and do a little ding-a-ling and cast Soul of the Dead.
And that, yeah, she fails.
Damage. Oh. That is my turn.
Turco steps up and he says, he's just kind of looking at you, Dunker. He says, "Now this is a good spot right back here. You know what I'm saying? I mean, let them with their fancy weapons, let them get all messy. You ever used one of these bows before, Dunker? You know how this works?" No? All right. Well, I'll give it a shot, I guess. Whoa!
Sorry.
Sends an arrow sailing. You kind of like wild. Goes over your head, Halibut, and hits the back wall. Next up, Dunker. It is your turn.
Oh, Turco. Maybe you should
pretty
go
good
hit
with
him
a
with your
door.
broom.
I'm good with the broom too. I haven't had much time. You know, this is all happening so fast.
Well, let me show you how it is done. I'm gonna pull up my longbow, and I'm gonna make eye contact with Turco the entire time I'm getting my bow, and I'm just going to.
It's intense.
I'm going to finally move my eyes to the captain and release my bow. Shit.
Well, maybe stop looking at me so much. Look at it where you're trying to shoot that thing.
Turco, maybe if you weren't so ugly.
Well,
You guys
can't
watch
help that.
There, I know I'm not one of the important members of the party, but I don't want to get shot.
Halibut, it is your turn.
better take this one down quick.
I'm coming, Halibut. Don't worry. I'm getting there slowly.
Oh, I missed. I got so nervous from those arrows barely missing me.
Whoa, thanks for the jams, man!
All right, that's
Ooh,
all.
thank you for the gems there. Ike is in the house. Let's see. So she she kind of holds her greatsword up vertically, and she moves forward to try to like shoulder check you to knock you to the ground. Give me a strength athletics check. Oh, I think you're gonna be able to beat my 3 probably.
Strength.
Huzzah!
Only barely. Only barely. Oh, thank you for the follow, Garfield the human. Huzzah! Appreciate that. Yeah. Okay. So you both kind of just like sort of roll into each other. It doesn't. Neither of you are able to like really make much progress on that. She looks frustrated. But then she brings the sword down anyway and gives a swing against you. And on that one, a 19 is gonna miss. Professor, it is your turn.
I am here to enter the fray. He's gonna draw Knight's Edge and that short sword he grabs and begin to dual wield like the wizard he is. First attack. Yeah. Oh. Second attack with the other sword, but I don't have that coded in here yet. But that also misses. I have made a huge mistake. That is my turn.
Turco draws another arrow, and he says, "Hey, Dunker, I know we're only in that little cubby over there for about a second, but man, it looked like there were a bunch of stuff in there. You gonna share some with old Turco?"
Oh, Turco, I think you've earned it.
You do?
Oh, well, you've earned it as much as I have.
Here we are, just 2 hobgoblins sitting in the back, letting the others do all the work. That's how we roll. If we're taking a shot, though, I'm gonna try to shoot this guy. Oh, nope, hits the wall again. Back to the top, Dunker. It is your turn.
Well, I think we should stop playing around, Turco. I think our teammates actually might need us here. So I'm gonna come in here and I'm just gonna be like, hey, lady, you haven't left yet? Do you need any more magic to convince you that you've lost here? You can't even move this sad what are you? You're a dwarf. You're a sad dwarf around. I don't think you can. I think you should just turn around and go right now. That's my vicious mockery. I probably should claim it before I start shit talking, but here we go.
Ooh, this time she is unfazed. Looks like she's preparing for the end here. She's gonna die in battle.
Oh shoot! I should have shot the arrow.
Yeah, it's okay. You gotta be careful with these arrows because I feel like, I'm really just I'm really just shooting over their heads. I don't want to hit anybody because I'm afraid I might hit that little feller up there, and then people will be real mad at me, and I'll have a lot of explaining to do.
All kinds of excuses, Turco.
Yeah, well, maybe next time I'll get up there in the melee like them. Nah, probably not. Halibut, it is your turn.
Helbet attacks again. Ooh, a little
And
better.
it's a hit.
All right.
Oh, hold. Yep. Never mind. Yep, you hit. Eight points to the captain. Captain is still up.
That's all.
All right. Hobgoblin's turn. She's gonna swing her great sword at Halibut. First attack is a miss. Second attack. Oh, not quite. A 16 is gonna miss. Hits your armor, does no damage to you. Professor, it is your turn.
Never underestimate the power of a wizard. And he's gonna use the wand of paralysis on the captain and just pew. Drat. I'm in a bad way, aren't I? That is it.
Turco is up. Turco takes a shot with the longbow and misses. Dunker, it is your turn.
All right. Now that I'm done with, I swear, no matter where I mute my camera, I always end up behind the numbers here. So Turco.
You look back and he's not there.
Son of a. Pull out my longbow again.
And 13 will miss.
All right, I'm gonna use my movement to just back up, see where Turco went.
You see, he's just kind of like looking at like some of the crates and boxes and like kind of rummaging around like he's at a flea market or something. All right, Halibut, it is your turn.
Hey. I missed. That's it.
All right, Captain, swinging great sword at you, Halibut. First attack, miss. Second attack is also a miss. Professor.
I don't think arms are really my speciality. I'm just gonna stick with swords, and I'm gonna just move behind her and just stab her twice. Stab. Oh, secondary stab. Yes.
That'll hit.
Subtract 1 damage from this because this is the short sword I got in the other room.
Okay. It is a +1 short sword.
So 5 points.
5 points. Okay.
I'll throw an item in there.
All right. She's still up. Turco is just digging through this stuff, and he's like, he grabs one of those darkened short swords, and he's like kind of checking it out, looking at it, and He's looking at this crate. He's pulling up these like he puts his longbow down and he's like pulling up these bars of adamantine and like he's like, oh wow, look at this. Just like kind of weighing it, checking it out, seeing how much it weighs, and he's just got money signs in his eyes. Dunker, it is your turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go. Play the story or yell at the NPC. I'm going to. What is the distance? Oh, just what I can see. All right, I'm going to. I am going to create a cast Mage Hand, and going to have the Mage Hand appear. Does it appear in front of me, and then he has to walk over by Turco?
I think it's got like a range of what, 30 feet or something like that.
So I would like this hand to pop up in front of Turco, and then just kind of do the wave,
Whoa,
and
thanks for the jams, man.
then
What do you want? What do you want from me, Dunker? I ain't doing no good out there. I'm just doing a little appraisal in here.
appraisal. If I see those heavy pockets, I'll remove your clothes.
Oh, wait, what?
That's right.
Okay,
It'll be
what?
wrapping scarves around you. I'll cut every one of those pockets open.
No, don't do that. Okay. You see, like puts it back, grabs his bow. I'm ready.
All right. Unfortunately, I just wasted my turn screwing around with Turco. So, come on, guys, kill this thing.
It's really difficult.
Hell of it. It is your turn.
Okay.
Thank you for the
time to
cheer.
Go down.
Oh, it's a critical hit. How would you like to finish it?
I'll just say goodbye. I'm sorry you had to go, but that's just the way it is. Another life lost by my hands.
Turco, at the end of the battle, he kind of comes out, pokes his head out the doorway. He's like, oh, see there, Dunker? I no problem. I had complete faith in the boy there. Way to go, Helmet! You did it. You killed her.
Yeah, I'm good at that. Seems kind of sad.
Hell of it. I want you to know that there's the only reason that we hobgoblins back here were missing is because we didn't want to hit you because we care so much about you, and it's really sad to see you in such a state of affairs, especially when I'm so awesome. You're really kind of bringing down the whole mood here.
I'm sorry. I do that sometimes.
Oh no, nonsense. You know what? We're gonna put Turco in the front lines next time, and you can hang out in the back.
Hey, what?
I wouldn't do that. You guys deserve to be protected.
Well, see, Turco, you should behave yourself like this man here because all you're doing is screwing around during the battle.
Well, I got distracted. I saw something. I thought I heard someone sneaking around in there, so I went to check it out. Make sure they weren't trying to pincer attack us.
You did?
Does
Did you get them?
Turco need a shield?
Yeah, I think someone was trying to sneak around the other way, and I spooked them, and I said boo, and then I think they left.
Does Turco need a shield? I could probably make him one.
I'll take a shield there. I don't think I can
Take
fire a
me-
bow with a shield though.
Oh,
Can't fire a bow anyways, Turco.
Yeah.
Wait, what if you make a shield that can shoot arrows? Like you just mount the bow on the shield and make a little hole for the arrow and just pull back the string and bam! Cover and ranged attacks. Is that a thing you can do,
Okay.
Halibut?
not sure I can make something so complicated.
I'm sure you can. You're very smart and intelligent.
I would have to take some of that metal that we found in there.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, fellers. Why don't we go grab all this stuff and like get
Take
out
me an
of
hour
here?
to make it.
Turco, we don't have time to get all the stuff that's in there. We have a mission to complete, remember?
Oh,
Well, hold on, Professor. Maybe there's something in there that could help us, you know? Is there some kind of weapon or do-hoodle that you could use? Maybe,
Yes, we got them literally an hour ago. I found
Oh.
a spell book.
oh, yes. I didn't find anything.
I mean, there's those swords in there too. They seem to feel nice.
swords were pretty nice. I never seen nothing like it.
It's quite peculiar. I'm not really familiar with the make of this.
So, just to be clear, y'all don't want to just like grab one of those adamantine bars in there and skedaddle and get on out of here and make off with the money.
No,
Okay.
we don't.
I could make you a shield out of the bar.
Oh, could you? I bet if you made a shield out of it, it'd be worth even more money.
Take me an hour to make it.
I don't feel like we have an hour though. That's the problem here.
Okay, we'll just leave then.
We can always come back for it. I don't think it's really going anywhere.
Well, all right then. Well, I came all this way. You guys really want to go and fight the Ghoul-Dust, huh?
That kind of is the part of the mission we need to complete. So, I mean, I'm not a fan of it, but it has to be done.
I'm gonna bring us back to the big map, the non-combat map. So you guys are currently where the D&D ampersand is, with the D&D symbol, and that is the bedroom of the warlord. And Turco tells you, he says, so I think I know where Ghoul-Dust probably is. I think his laboratory is right off of the training hall. I could take you there if you want. We're gonna have to be careful. We better sneak up on him or something. If he sees us, you know, who knows? They say he's real dangerous, and
Oh, yes, it is a very complicated endeavor. I mean, we are in the enemy fortress. Discretion is our best bet, but we are not very quiet. Plus the training halls, you said. Where would those even be located?
well, we'll have to go through the mess hall. Once we get through the mess hall, it's pretty much a direct shot there. It should be quiet. I can't imagine there'd be many people left behind. I think almost all of the hobgoblins are. I mean, just based on what I saw up top, it seemed like they were going at it full force. Everyone on deck.
Oh, that's good news, at least. But Can never be all too sure. Maybe he left behind a few centuries to guard the place. I mean, we just had these three show up, but I think they came from the battle.
Yeah.
What do you think, Colobit?
I don't know. I don't have a lot of my spells are gone, but we could still fight him, I guess.
Well, so far this is our only lead we have. I mean, I feel like it's the best option if we continue forward through the mess hole, as you said, to get to him.
Turco grabs one of the black steel short swords and says, okay, well, but I'm taking this, okay? I mean, it might help. I might end up there in the front. Who knows?
So before Turco takes off, I just want to put my hand on his shoulder and say, Turco, we may be fighting a good fight, but we have the face of the enemy, and so we need to come out of this situation like a hero, or they'll just find a reason to take our lives later.
Yeah, you're right. I wouldn't even know where I'd go, you know? So I better make myself useful to the queen, and maybe she'll give me a better job than sweeping the floors, and I move my way back up to maybe I get back to being a jailer again, but just for the goblin queen there.
Or maybe, if you prove your heroics mighty admirable, us number twos can put in a good word for you to get you to the number 2 spot as well.
Oh, that would be mighty kind of you. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, I'll follow me, boys. Unless you need another moment, need a rest,
Personally, myself, I'm fine, but how are you two doing? You took a hit or two?
I just kind of look down in my gut, leaking a little blood. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a rest for just a moment. I feel like we just got done resting.
If you would like, you could take another short rest. Do you have hit dice left?
Yeah, I do.
All right, party in agreement. You're gonna take a short rest here.
All right.
Oh, I have a short rest thing I should use. What is it called?
Of your Song of Rest.
Well, I'll be.
I can set up Book Sebastian Bashir Jr. the Third Esquire out as a lookout just in case we get rudely interrupted again. We should probably move these bodies into this room so we know no one else walks in, asks for more reports, and then we're here for another battle.
Turco can help you with that, Professor, while the other two are patching up and whatnot.
You're such a kind young man.
Oh wow! So it's everybody. All my friends get additional D6 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm gonna do my song of rest. Just be like, Turco, I've been writing a song for the queen, and well, you're in the beginning because
You put me in the song.
Turco, you're in the song. Yeah.
I'm in the song. All right.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna sing it to us while we all just take a break here. It goes, Turco sweeps the floor, wanted so much more. He told us about his secret door. That's all I got, Turco.
I did that. I was there. Yeah.
But it's your secret door. When they find out how we killed the warlord before we even got into the main fight, they'll want to know how we were able to do it, Turco. and they're gonna hear a song about you.
So, I really like this song because it's factually accurate, and you said my name a couple of times. That was pretty nice. I like that part. Are you gonna sing that for the Queen, you think? When I get my promotion?
Oh, I'm gonna sing it for the Queen. They'll be singing it in the streets, Turco. Your promotion. You'll be a hero. You'll be an adventurer like us.
All right. Adventurers make a lot of money, huh?
I'm not really an adventurer. I'm more or less just fighting to get my home back.
More money for us, Turco.
Depends on how good of an adventurer they are.
So everybody gets an additional. Am I included in that?
Yes, you
Yes.
It seems so.
are. And DM, during the short rest, could Professor take some time with that spell book to try and ascertain who it may belong to, if there's any sort of name within the book, any sort of inclination who this could have belonged to?
Make a history check.
Look at the binding, see what it's made of, spells within it, what kind of school they probably would prefer. Let's see.
Did you say we had some temporary spells? Temporary hit points?
Only if you use the hit die. So if you use the hit die, then you take an additional d6 hit points.
I don't. It's not temporary hit points, so it's just healing.
Origa, you ever seen this kind of handwriting before? It's not all too familiar to me, but
Hmm. Well,
Also, if I used the hit die and I got up to full hit points, then
Yeah,
I
it doesn't do anything for you then.
Okay.
this book.
I essentially sang it for myself, it seems, but
Professor, this book. There's something you may check. Look at the back on the back page
well, let's see. Flip, 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 flip.
and hold it to the candlelight, the torchlight.
All right.
I wonder.
Hmm.
And there seems to be some kind of like a watermark or something there, and it is a symbol. And the symbol, just one second. It looks like your tattoo on the palm of your hand. The
That's
five-pointed
rather-
star.
That's rather interesting. Could it be one of us?
I think maybe it belonged to Usamagaris himself when he was
Huh.
mortal.
That can't be. Then why would it end up here?
Well, these texts, we've tried to recover them all. Many of them are in the library in our tower. But that was a long time ago when he walked the earth. Many of these books and these tomes that were once in his possession have, of course, been acquired by creatures such as these. This is a gift to have found this book. It belongs in the library.
If it belongs in the library, I fear what may have become of the library. If they manage to get a hold of this. Oh, no.
Well, hopefully, the other magi are currently working on this, and soon it will be back in our hands.
It'll be
But
great
I
to
agree
see
with
its.
you.
It'll be great to see its texts once more.
And thanks to Dave, just bought everyone a reroll, and we'll count that as 6 rerolls for the party pool, and then I got one too. So thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Steve.
But it could be that this necromancer has more of these books.
If he's managing to create such foul undead fiends, such as the Thulls themselves, it is possible that he may have more books such from a labyrinth that can create such things. Oh. Oh
we
boy.
we need to collect them. We need to recover them and bring them home.
They indeed belong in the library, where they rightfully belong. And just for the sake of it, I'll originally cast Comprehend Languages just to have it up.
Okay. Sounds good. All of the language that would be in the book you would already have been able to understand, being a native Synodician, but
Just in case we run into any more goblins.
gotcha. So, anything else that you need to do before heading out? Otherwise, Turco can lead you along the way that he described to you. First through the mess hall and then on to the training hall. All right, so Turco, you lead out from the warlord's private chamber and across the meeting hall back into the hallway. And of course, as you were moving, you slide past that sort of cistern room, and you can probably hear the wobbling of the barrels, which you suspect have. I think you identified that there was some kind of undead creature within those barrels, and so you kind of hear them wobbling about, probably smelling you as you walk past. And you make your way to this door right here. It is a stone door, and Turco, under his breath, just says, "Well, this next area, this is the mess hall. I don't hear anything. So, like I said, I suspect that it's probably relatively clear. All the other hobgoblins should be up top fighting."
If you want, I can get my boat in there and have a better look, without having to throw ourselves in there right away.
That sounds good.
I'll summon Bunker Sebastian Bashuger, the third Esquire, into the mess hall to just get a bird's eye view.
Are you able to summon it on the other side of closed doors and such, or?
If I can, see, the goal will be to suddenly open it, summon, close it.
Okay. So to give me a stealth check to see if you can silently open that door just a crack.
Uh-oh. Okay. Very sneaky. Mary Brett Germain taught me how to do this.
You manage to open it up just a crack and cast your Find Familiar spell on the other side. I'm just rolling that all up into one stealth check. So you crack it open, and looking through, you switch to the eyes of your familiar, and the room on the other side is brightly lit. Several stone tables line the rough, sort of uncomfortable looking benches on either side of each table. Along the north wall, there's a large hearth with a roaring fire, and you see that there's a hobgoblin, unarmored, just in like kind of commoner clothes, apron on, and he's kind of situated right near these open flames, where he's got a great beast that is on a just slow roasting on a spigot over the flames, and the meat on this, it looks like kind of like a very large like wild boar. It's just like completely charred black, like, and he's just sitting there turning it. But it doesn't look like something that would be very appetizing to you. Just a little too well done. There are 3 other doors that you see that exit off this chamber. One that continues on to the west, where Just your character's spatial awareness would probably recognize that that is going to head up to where the prisons were a couple of sessions ago, and then 2 doors at the opposite side to the south.
Are the doors to itself open now, or they're just shut doors?
All of the doors are currently shut.
I'll hop out of bird vision. There appears to be just one in there roasting. I wouldn't even say roasting. It's pretty much an inferno of a pig. It's just completely just char. It's just worse than charcoal. I wouldn't even eat. I don't even know what he's doing.
Oh, that sounds good. Maybe we get in there, we take him out, we eat some hog. My mouth is
Actually-
watering.
Are the hobgoblins aware that you two are considered traitors?
Traitor. Traitor.
Sorry, turncoats.
Well, now hold on there. I don't like that T word. I'm playing both sides.
What do you mean you're playing both sides? There's no both sides. There's one side or the other.
I'm playing. I'm on this side right now, and I'm planning to stay on this side. Back up. Okay, reverse. Turco is. I'm just real hungry. That's what's happening here. It's just a little confusion. I'd say we go in there, we take him out, we eat some food, and I will clear my head up.
In any case, besides what you just said might come into question later, are they aware that you are under a different employ? We'll say that.
I don't know. Hobgoblins, we're kind of gossipy folk. I imagine word probably got around. But, I do this on occasion, so this wouldn't be the first time. So I don't know.
Is this you?
They let you live.
You must be really good at your job if they keep letting you back here.
Well, I sort of think that they made me warden of the jail sort of as a kind of a meta prison for me as well. Like, I was in the jail, I just wasn't in one of the cells. You understand? This guy locked me up back there. Yeah. You can see how many doors are in front of me and getting the hell out of here.
What if you and Dunker go in there and indulge yourself in the lovely festivities of whatever that foul creature is, and you can just lead the guard away and then just use your door whacking skills and just pop him at the door and knock him out. And then you'd have all the pig you want.
That sounds pretty good. What do you think, Dunker? You want to go in there and talk to this fella?
Well, I can smell the burning from here, but I imagine there's got to be some parts of that pig that are good. Let's go in there. And by the way, Mr. Professor, Dr. Professor? Oh,
Just
I don't
Professor.
know. Professor, I'll have you know that it is my intention to entertain the winner of this war. I do not pick sides. I guess I'm picking a side right now. But I do not. You know what? Turco said it better. Let's go, Turco. Let's get some of this.
Hell yeah, let's go get us some hog. So you and Turco enter into the room. Halibut, Professor, you're hanging out back in the hallway.
I'm just gonna switch to bird vision again and just watch this unfold.
Yeah, I'm staying out of it.
So the guy, the hobgoblin at the hog, he sees the two of you come into the room and he says, "Oh, you're a little bit early. You all done up there? The food's not ready yet."
Well, it seems to me that food was ready some time ago. But I don't think the other guys are coming. So let's get that pig started.
We can't eat without the war chief.
Okay, well, I'm going to, and I just kind of put my hand on the face of the guy and just push him off screen, and and just kind of try to rip a leg off and get half of that chunk to Turco. And I'm just like, well, the skin is burnt, but well, it's all burnt, but it's good. I'm still
All right.
eating it.
Give me a strength check.
All right. Is this to see whether I can pull a pig off or whether I can just push a guy off his chair?
You could definitely push him down. You facepalm him, drop him to the ground, but this is for the leg of the pig. Yeah, okay. You managed to do that. You kind of crack off. I mean, it's so heavily burned that it just kind of like breaks off like a piece of charcoal. But there does seem to be some well done meat kind of under this layer of crust on the outer side. And Turco kind of goes over there and he does the same. He mimics you and he says, "Hell, yeah, get right in there." Make me as you're doing this, as you're going eating, Professor, give me a perception check.
It says professor or bird professor.
That's a good question. When you're using Find Familiar and you're looking through its eyes, does it use the birds
It uses the
statistics?
birds. It will use the birds
Okay.
stats.
Okay, use that then.
It's relying on sight.
Sight,
Trying to
yep.
remember. Trying to remember what the owl's abilities. I think it's like a bonus to sight checks. Keen has keen something. Keen hearing and sight. Advantage on wisdom perception checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Okay, yeah, take advantage then.
And I think the bird is a +3. Let's check it one more time. Yep.
Okay. You notice that the cook who's lying on the ground is kind of crawling, like he's trying not to make himself seem noticed, but he's crawling up to this door.
Which door?
The door to the south.
I'm gonna get the Booker Sebastian Procedure III Esquire to fly on top of Dunker's head and start pecking at him.
All right, I see him.
Ooh.
Is he wearing an apron or anything like that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's full of, vegetable juice and meat splatter and.
So, just gonna walk up to him and as he kind of crawl, I'm just gonna step on his back and kind of crawl down and wipe my hands on him, and then just say, "Where are you going, Mister?"
I was just gonna go to the bathroom. Yeah. You
Turco.
pushed me.
Turco, do you believe this nonsense?
Nope. Not at all. If that had happened to me, I'd be crawling to go and find some toadies. Some
So,
stooges.
Well, maybe
Back
we
up.
can tie our friend up. I'd hate to kill him since he's cooked such a nice meal for us, but yeah, maybe we'll just tie him up. What do you think, bird thing? Bird.
Just cocks its head.
Okay. So I'm just going to, I don't know if I need a strength check, but I'm just going to kind of grab this guy by the ankle and drag him towards the door where Helibit and the professor are.
Yeah, he's gonna try to evade your grasp. So give me a strength check. But you managed to grab hold of him. You grab him. He kind of turns around like he's gonna crawl away. You grab him by the ankle and just kind of floop him back. And then now you've got him grappled. What would you like to do with him? Pulling him to the door?
Yeah, pull him to the door. Maybe. Oh, this is not Roll20 where I can just point. But maybe the next to the door, kind of just kind of slam him down to the ground and just kind of hover over him until we decide what to do with him. Because maybe we need to kill him. I'm not sure. But I certainly ask in a, like I'm implying violence. Oh, what do we need to do with this here, sir? He's as slippery as that pig over there. Or as slippery as that pig was an hour ago.
Please don't. Please don't kill me. I'll be good. I can be good.
Albert, I think they may need some assistance in there. They need some charming personalities. And I'll hop out of bird vision and enter the room.
Oh, Jesus, more of you. Hey, good sir, don't let him kill me.
Oh, we're not going to kill you, silly. You're just fine. We just need you to behave. Or, I don't know. Donkey here is known to make quite a fancy hobgoblin spit, if you know what I'm saying. Isn't that right, Dunker?
Dunker, come on, get in here.
You're Dunker.
Oh, I'm Dunker. I was yelling at Tuco. Sorry.
Turco's like, what?
What's us? Sorry,
You're playing a
Sorry,
funny game.
I'm Dunker.
That
I
was a
almost
funny
feel
game.
like killing him just for that massacre of a boar I see on that spit.
It's still good. You
No,
see
you
Turco's just crunching away.
that's a crime against the meat. You can't do that. You're supposed to savor it. That's just rock at this point.
I'm sorry. They told me to keep cooking until they're victorious. We're gonna have a big meal. I don't know.
Wouldn't keep cooking mean make more than just a pig? I don't think it means cooking the same pig constantly.
Oh, 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 man! The warlord's gonna have my head. I really screwed this up.
The warlord's dead, my friend. The war's over. The troops aren't coming. So, how about you be nice and let us tie you up? I'd hate to have to kill another hobgoblin.
Do whatever you have to. Just don't kill me.
I don't feel like Halibut is the kind that would kill a guy that's already given up. But is there any reason why I shouldn't just tie him up, Halibut?
Oh, tie him up. He doesn't have any weapons. That's fine.
All right. Let's stuff him under one of these tables.
Halibut will tear a piece off of the pig and stuff it in his mouth. Here, try this.
Ooh. It's pretty bad.
Hey, you burnt it.
I'm a bad cook.
Oh,
Trust me, I'm pretty sure there are far worse cooks out there than yourself.
You'll do better next time.
So you managed to tie him up and stow him away under one of the tables. Turco tells you that right through this door here would be the where you maybe be able to get to the training hall.
All right, Turco, lead the way.
All right. I am going to switch us to a map where we can use minis.
Oh, you know what that means.
I don't know what it means, but does it mean?
It means we're gonna fight people.
So, it is still dark in this. It's dark in the hallway. I think all of you have dark vision. So it's still kind of tricky for you to see, but you're not completely blind as you're progressing down the hallway. Uneven flagstones under your feet, work stone above you, and upon the walls. As you're moving forward, you can see that there are. The hallway ends in a dead end over here. Oops. Wall to the far end there. There is a door here, a passageway, open passageway here, and here, and here. Turco points to this hallway right here and in a hushed voice says, "That right there, we hang on right, and that leads us to the training hall. That's where I think we'll be able to find ghoul dust."
What's all the other ways? What's over there?
Well, those are basically barracks, guard rooms. Probably empty right now.
Probably.
On the far end there, and he points once he points down to this hallway, and he says, right there, that way leads to the front entrance. There are probably still guards there.
That's probably best we not go that way then.
Now, if we need an exit, I wouldn't recommend going that way. There's a lot of traps and security devices set up. It would be no good.
Well,
What do
we'll
you
have
two
to
think?
escape through Turco's famous door.
Yeah, that'd be best. But that also means we gotta keep this hallway clear as if we can. And so if we can be sneaky about this and not be seen, that might be best. Oh, is this map doing that goofy? Hold on 1 second. I hate that this token thing is the default. Can you all just see if you can move your tokens? Works now? Okay.
Well, do you think we have a reason to check out the barracks at all, or do you think we should go straight to the training area? If you want, I can have my owl at least have a listen at the door and hear if there's anyone inside.
Still won't let me move my token.
Yeah, same here.
Let's see. Okay, Dawson, it looks like you got yours, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I just can't move it past people. It's weird. I'll be in the back anyways. I don't need to move past people.
Maybe I'll just remove them. Put you back on there, see if that helps. Still nothing?
No, I can move it.
Oh, okay. So you're moving ahead, and as you turn to look up towards that hallway, you can see that there's a stone door.
I'm going to summon my familiar again. And first, I'm going to place him over at the door that's directly below us right here and have him have a listen. See if he
Okay.
hears anything.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
He has advantage because it relies on hearing.
It is silent. You don't hear any noise on the other side.
And he'll do it once more at the training hall door.
Okay. Even with a 12, your bird hears kind of the clinging of like metal at kind of a repetitious pattern. Almost sounds like maybe a little bit of sword play or something is going on in there.
It seems like they're still trying. There's still probably some recruits training in there. Just be wary of that. And I'll unsummon the bird.
Hmm.
Oh, I have an idea. It's completely far-fetched. It probably will never work. But what if we say the goblins are trying to get away through the lake, and then we need all hands on deck, and let's have them jump into the water they can chase. I know it's completely outlandish, but something along those lines might be a good thing to at least alleviate our problem.
What
Hmm.
did you say?
Well, any way to get them out of the room without having conflict is probably our best option here.
How
But,
to do that?
hmm. Or we could just go in and stab everybody, but that's probably not the least favorable option.
My only concern is that what if calling through the door will awaken somebody else from another door?
Well, from what I can gather, at least the barracks themselves just below us is empty, so that's a start. As far as we know, the only other entrance is the front door.
Well, let's try it then.
Well, what do you think you're going to say? I mean, I can't go in there. Look at me. I stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, it kind of smell a little bit too. I don't know.
Wait,
I think
what?
they'll.
You too?
Yeah, I don't know. Like kind of a cottony smell.
Hold on 1 second. He's gonna look at the back of this robe. He's gonna look at the label. Is it made of cotton?
Yeah, it's a size large, and
Damn it! I ordered this in silks. I have been bamboozled by the salesman again. I'm gonna have a word with him when this war is over.
Well, maybe Turco and I need to go in there and announce it. Or maybe we grab the chef, throw it, push him in there, have him tell on us. And then when they come out, we grab them.
Wouldn't be a bad idea. It's a surprise attack.
But do we want another hobgoblin running around?
If his fighting skills are anything to go off his cooking skills, I don't think he's made much of a problem himself.
Maybe he's such a good warrior that he's a shit cook. Unlikely.
Unlikely.
But,
do you want to try the whole ruse option, or just go straight in, swords drawn and stabbing everybody left and right?
let's try your ruse.
All right. Halibut and I can hide in the other room again, and then wait for the footsteps to pass and then come out and enter.
What room?
Either the kitchen, I guess, or the empty barracks, but I don't know if they're empty though.
Will they recognize Turco? So Turco and I can hide somewhere else? Or are you saying that Turco and I should be out here and like send them running down the front entrance?
Could be an option. I mean, Torgo did say he literally left this place many times over, and that this is kind of a recurring habit for him.
All right, you take Turco. I'm clearly an entertainer. I will say that I'm setting up in the mess hall for when the boys get back home, and that instead the goblins are charging the front gate.
Definitely, probably.
I don't know if it'll work, but I'm a very persuasive person.
Do you want a bird with you?
No.
We'll know if you're in danger if we hear screams.
Yes.
So where you want Turco? You want me to go maybe like hide in this like bunker over here, or?
Turco, I would hate to find out that there was some injured hobgoblins that couldn't make it into war that could further make a mess for us. So why don't you go into the mess hall with the others?
Okay, I go to mess hall. So everyone's going to the mess hall except Dunker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so those
Our
of you
goal
that
is to
are
try and lead him to the mess hall.
No, I'm leading him to the front door. I'm telling him to go to the front door.
All right.
And then I'll knock, or I'll just come in when it works. Or if you hear me fighting and screaming, then you'll know to charge in.
So, Professor Helbit and Turco, you're heading to the mess hall. I'm imagining you got like the door kind of cracked ajar, keeping an ear out into the hallway, just listening for whatever comes next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Just realize that from that spot where I've got the Turco and the Helbit tokens, there's like 50 more feet to the doorway where the mess hall is. So that's like the distance that we're playing with.
Okay.
All right, so Professor Helbit and Turco head that way, and then it sounds like Dunker. It is your play, your move. What would you like to do?
All right. Well, I'm gonna knock on the training door, right?
Okay.
And I'm really gonna bang on that door like it's an emergency.
All right. So you hear on the other side of the door a goblin voice speaking in goblin. Sounds like from accent and whatnot, a hobgoblin. And they say, who's there?
What
do you want?
Oh, okay. It is Junker the Entertainer, but I fear the entertainment will come to ruin, much like the dinner, because the goblins are attacking the front gate.
What are you coming and telling us about it for? Go tell one of the captains. Go tell Cal Khan.
Oh, sir, I believe Calcon went around for some sort of secret doorway to Oh man, why can't I think of the word? He's going around. He's gonna flank. He's trying to flank the goblins, but he said to send more men head on.
Make a deception check.
Okay.
We got rerolls if we need it.
Oh, we're gonna need it.
Gonna use a reroll.
Yep.
All right.
Nice.
And they say, "Well, all right, we'll open this door. We take our orders from Ghoul Dust, so you come explain it to him, and he'll figure out where he wants to assign us." And they open the door. And 1 second, I just want to set this up.
I think I wanna do Mage Hand, and maybe I can have Mage Hand run down the hall and knock on this door.
So the door opens, and what you see on the other side, this is a very, very expansive hall. The ceilings here are much larger than other parts of the complex that you've been in. They're like 30 feet tall. And it looks like the chamber extends like 80 feet back. It's about 50 feet wide. And back behind this hobgoblin that opened the door, behind him you can see that there are still two hobgoblins there, armor clad, kind of sparring with each other. It's kind of like they're not like in like true combat. They're just kind of doing a little bit of sword play, more or less just kind of hitting at each other's swords. But then you see at the far end of the chamber there is kind of this compartment in the alcove there that is separated by iron bars, and you see that there's a green-skinned troll who's hanging out back there, and his arm, like he's basically completely naked save for like a small bit of loincloth or whatever, but his right arm just has this like enormous like scar tissue that rings the arm. And the right arm itself looks a little, almost kind of like deformed a little bit. And based on what you know of trolls, they do regenerate their limbs and such, and it kind of looks like you kind of get in the sense that this appendage has been ripped off multiple times and regenerated and kind of grown into this kind of gnarly looking appendage. But he's behind these bars, and you can see his left hand, his good hand, is kind of gripping the bar and leering out from his position behind. And so this initial hobgoblin here that opened the door, Dunker, he's kind of waving you through, and he says, come on, let you come forward and explain things to Ghoul Dust.
Yes. Well, someone step in. Oh. So I'm gonna come in here. I'm just gonna keep on standing and, sorry, like not gonna go past this person here, and I'm gonna kind of go. I'm gonna go down one knee and be like, "Hello, Your Excellency, or Your Honor," and kind of tap on the leg of the guy next to me to see if he can give me the correct phrasing.
He's kind of giving you a strange look, and these two that were sparring, they stopped sparring. And they both are just kind of looking at you, and they're like, what are you going on about? Excellency, is this a kind of prank?
So I step in and I say, "Oh, sorry. Perhaps you haven't heard of Dunker the comedian, or Dunker the fool? Dunker the humbled bastard. Well, anyways, the warlord himself, Kel Khan, has asked for everyone left just to defend the front gates, as he and his personal men and anyone he could find go around to flank the goblins. The success is in our grasp, sir, but we need more men.
The hobgoblin behind you just kind of grabs you, kind of rough, and he's just like kind of grabs you by the shoulder, like he's about to guide you. He's like, "What are you telling them for? They don't need to know. They're idiots, idiots." And they all just kind of look at each other like, you know, they just hate each other. They're coworkers that hate each other. And he starts to like move you, kind of in this direction. He says, "Come on, you tell it to Gouldust."
I'm trying to tell him, but I don't want to interrupt. I'm just yelling across this area. I guess maybe he's deaf.
And then he like stops you and he turns you around and he says,
I bet you think that was a signal? No? Okay.
so the hobgoblin that was moving you, Dunker, he turns you around and he looks at you and he says, "What's your rank?"
Oh, rank? I have no rank. I am not a soldier. I'm but an entertainer. However, there's no one else. There's no one else. Um, the warlord, as you call him, his greatness. He took every man he could in order to flank those terrible goblins. But as you can see, I'm no traitor. I am no patriot. I am just a traveling comedian and entertainer. And, well, I was chosen to entertain the soldiers as they come back home and in the mess hall, which I was just there. And he told me to go this way to get as many men as I could. Perhaps he saw my sword, sir. It is a long sword. It is purely for looks, and but so I can't help you. I'm just sent here to gather more men, which appears I have. I've gathered all the men around me, so
Yeah, you look around, you can feel the presence of the other two like right behind you. You soon realize that they've all enclosed and they're all just kind of leering at you really with severe suspicion at this point. Well, maybe we just take that little ornamental sword that you have there. We'll see what Gouldust has to say about all this.
Oh, have the sword, sir.
You surrender it to them?
Yes, I surrender my sword to them.
Okay. And then they start to guide you towards this door here. You're going with them willingly?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to click back to Professor Helbet and Turco just to see what their conversations are all about. It's been silent for a little bit now. You don't hear any progress coming down the hallway.
I'm getting worried.
I think if he was convincing, they would have been running out of that room by now.
You're probably right. Do you think we should get going? I can send the bird ahead first.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll pop the bird through the door, send him flying ahead,
Okay.
check up on his progress.
The bird moves how fast?
The owl's fly speed is 60 feet.
Okay, we'll say with a dash, it gets to like the doorway and can see. You get a glimpse of Dunker being escorted to the door, uh, right where those tokens are, leading out of the main training hall area.
Does it look like he's being roughhoused, or is it just like a casual walk?
You can see one of them has his sword, so it looks like he's in kind of a bad spot currently.
In my blinded state right now, I'm gonna say we should go, and I'm gonna start walking forward blind. But then I bump into a door.
I'm gonna put us just in an initiative here real quick. And this is kind of perfect because hobgoblins and Dunker are all together. So they're opening up the doors and escorting you into Gouldust's chamber. Second, as I load this up. So, Dunker, what you see as you enter into this room is there are 6 wooden tables that are laid out, and upon each of these tables is what appears to be a cadaver, a hobgoblin cadaver. Many of them are sutured up. Um, many of them have exposed chests and such, and so he's just got this kind of Frankenstein looking scene of all these different bodies. To the north, you can see a work table that has all sorts of cruel looking implements designed to cut and peel back flesh and bone saws, all sorts of surgical kinds of implements. Underneath the table, you catch sight that there's a number of stacks of books and papers that are kind of scattered about over there. Far into the room here is a stack of firewood that appears to be what is being used to fuel 4 fires, which are underneath black cauldrons on this side of the room. And standing before one of them, stirring the pot, is a red-robed hobgoblin who, upon your entry, turns and he's stirring the pot, and he just goes, "Who comes into my chamber? Announce yourself."
Well, Dunker, who is happy that the troll isn't cool dust, but still very intimidated, decides to double down on his lies and say, "Hello, my name is Dunker the Comedian. Dunker the Entertainer, if you will. Nah, maybe you've heard me from another name, but you see, I'm here as an entertainer, but I've been sent with a, well, quite awkward task from Kalkan, who has ordered that all men that I can find be sent to the front gate. You see, Kalkan is currently taking all the men he can to the secret entrance, whatever that means. But I was setting up in the mess hall with the cook and ready to entertain the troops upon victory. And instead, well, I was given this unsettling task to raise the troops of any I can find and raise the alarm and send everyone to the front gate.
Ooh. Kalkan sent you to send some troops up to the front. Yes, I think we can do that. And he moves over to this table, and you see him. This thing has been like kind of strapped down by leather restraints. And he starts to like undo those restraints, and he just like pushes this body onto the floor, and he gestures, "Bring him here. Bring him here." and you feel these hobgoblins grabbing hold of you, Dunker. They seem to be kind of. This is the extent of their movement this turn, but they seem to be they're gonna try to pull you towards that table.
Lord, don't you think that we could talk about this? Well, it's one of these guys. Well, somebody should be searching these other rooms for left behinders. I haven't even gone to the barracks yet. I don't even know my way around here. I'm a comedian.
While I'm getting things ready, tell me a joke.
Tell you a joke. What's the joke? Well, oh, you sound very nervous. Maybe they could loosen their grip on me, and I could do some flips for you. I've known to do some flips, and well, my humor is more slapstick. You see, I roll around for the queen. Oh, the queen, goblin queen. Yes. By the way, I know her, and she totally trusts me, and I could be a useful instrument. Yeah, maybe if I had my sword, I could go back and help. But a joke. I couldn't do a joke on. That's not really how comedy works, sir. And I have a whole routine.
So you stumble around trying to find a joke, and we'll move Professor. What would you be doing?
I'm running.
Okay, movement speed is 30.
Mm-hmm. Dash into 60. About all I can do.
So you should get to off screen is 50. Like you're actually on the map, like right about there. Next up, Gouldust is just continues. That was part of his turn was the just engagement with you. Turco also moves ahead, and he gets to about right where you are, Professor, and Helibit.
Helibit is dashing too, but Helibit's a dwarf, so
Okay, we'll put you on the map right where you are, and that's kind of where you all are entering this scene. We'll just call it clean there, so your tokens are on the map. And we're back to the top. Hobgoblin 1 is got a grip on you, Dunker, but he's just going to provide the help action to Hobgoblin 3, who's trying to pull you along. Are you resisting them?
Am I resisting them? No.
Okay. So then they move you ahead here. And they lay you down on the table here.
Oh no, I'm resisting that. I'm resisting being laid down on a table.
Oh, okay. Give me a strength athletics check. They together, the two of them overpower you and manage to. They're both pinning you down on top of the table here. And the third, the Hobgoblin 2 is just kind of standing in front of the door here. Dunker, it is your turn. You are grappled, essentially. And Gouldust is just over you. No bindings have been put on you yet, but you can see that Gouldust is pulling at the chains, and he's getting the restraints ready to tie you down. What would you like to do?
So I would like to. I could probably. Am I able to cast from this position?
Yeah. You're grappled, but that doesn't prevent you from using your somatic signs quite yet. Probably once you get restrained, I would say you're gonna have some limitations placed on you, but
So I'm just nervous, and I finally think of a goblin joke, and I said, did you hear about the goblin that got his left arm and left leg cut off?
oh, I've heard about him, but not in the context of this funny joke.
Don't worry, he's all right now.
And all the others start laughing. Oh, good one.
And then I'm gonna cast blindness on Gold Dust.
Okay.
Oh god, I suck so bad that the wisdom save is like nothing. Oh, it's a con save, even worse. Oh god, I'm just gonna die here.
Ooh, that is a failure, but DM has a reroll. I'm going to use my reroll here.
Blind him with laughter. He's crying tears. Come on.
Hit it again.
Okay. Oh.
And as you cast that spell, light kind of shines up, and he manages to dodge out of the way in time. And when his hand peels away, he just looks down. Ooh, you shouldn't have done that.
And then I use my movement to walk away.
And well, you're grappled, so
I know.
Your speed is 0. Professor, it is your turn.
I'm gonna dash mouse 60 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I enter the room. I see a troll.
God, I'm gonna be dead soon.
And the troll like stands up as you enter, and he starts like rattling the door.
I'm gonna say in giant, calm down, friend.
Give me my freedom. I want revenge.
We don't like gold dust either. And I can see. Do I know it's like all the messed up stuff on his arm?
Yeah, you see he's got kind of this mangled arm, and he kind of points to it. This, over and over every day. They take my blood. They take this arm.
It's very tragic to hear, my friend. Tell you what, if we manage to get you free, which I currently do not know how to, if you could help me with that. How about you help us get a little vengeance for yourself?
He points over to the wall over here, and you can see there's like a key ring with multiple keys on it, but he says, that one of those opens this door.
All right.
And
That'll end my turn.
Ghoul-Dust becomes Ghoul-Dust's turn, and this like bellowing of the troll is very loud. And Ghoul-Dust, he looks up at the hobgoblins and he says, "Go, tend to that. I've got this one." And he spends his turn. He's gonna try to put these restraints on you, Dunker. So you could have a chance to resist this. We'll say it could be either acrobatics or strength athletics.
Good, I'm more wiggly. So I'm gonna try to do acrobatics.
Yes.
And yeah, you're kind of you're managing to be like kind of just enough wiggle around enough that he's not able to get a firm kind of lockdown on you. And then it is Turco's turn. And Turco, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Manages to run up right alongside you, Professor. He's got that darkened steel short sword out. He's ready for a fight. Helibet, it is your turn.
Oh, I think Helibet can get to about right there.
All right. Anything else, Helibet?
No.
All right. Back to the top. It's a troll. Troll is just continuing to rattle on the door of the cell. Becomes the hobgoblin's turns. Hobgoblin 1 withdraws from dealing with you, Dunker. Moves 5, 10. This one spots Turco and Professor and is just bolting, just running. Number 2 here. Charges out, gets to right there with a dash. Hobgoblin 3 remains back here. Is also attempting to restrain you, Dunker. So it can, the same as last time, could be strength athletics or acrobatics.
Right.
And again, you're remaining. You're still grappled by this guy, but you're not pinned down and restrained by the bindings. And it is your turn, Dunker.
All right. First, I want to scream, Turco! And then I want to continue to wiggle until I get off this table.
Okay, you want to try to escape the grapple?
Yep.
All right, that could be same thing. Could be athletics or acrobatics.
Yeah.
And you make it. So you have to use half your movement to stand up.
Okay. And then I get. What is my movement?
Should be probably 30.
There it is. Yep. So a 1, a 2, a 3. Actually, I'm not really sure. 1, 2, whatever. Yep.
All right, Professor, it is your turn.
Well, Turco, welcome to the front line. I'll be right back. And I'm gonna use my bonus action and use Blade Song. We're gonna help. We'll have the kid take over here. Boop. With my movement, I'm gonna move. I get 10 more feet of movement with my change. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I think I can get up to the chains, the keys.
Okay. And easy enough to grab hold of them and take them off the ring.
I will use my action to then dash towards the gate. I can get right up to him and say, "Don't worry, I'm still the same person. It's just a little bit different. It's just a little bit different now. But promise me not to harm us."
I only wanted to hurt one person.
That's good enough for me. And can I assume that will probably take everything. I don't think I can really unlock.
I think so,
point.
yeah. I mean, if you wanted to like hand them the keys over to the troll and see if he can figure it out, otherwise,
Could no, that would take too long. I was gonna say if I could use some sort of intelligence check to figure out which key it may be.
yeah, that's probably what it's going to take. And if you reach out to allow the troll to grab it, you're probably guessing he's not in a state of mind to reason that out or figure that out.
All yours, big guy. He's just gonna toss the keys to him,
Okay. Sounds good.
and I will use my remaining 10 feet to get a little closer to the action.
Okay. Sounds good. Ghoul Dust is up next. And he just says, Dunker, we only just met. Why leave so soon? And he moves up to you, and he is going to cast oh, you know what? Actually, he's not going to move up. He's going to remain right where he was. He's going to cast Web and try to restrain you. So that is going to be a dexterity saving throw, which you succeed. His fingertips eject this web-like material that shoots out like Spider-Man. You manage to kind of do a little jump and a hop and avoid being caught by it.
Yeah, so
But with that, he does move a little bit closer to just behind you. And then it is Turco's turn. Turco steps 5 feet ahead, tries to swing with that short sword. But he misses. Helibet, it is your turn.
All right, Helbet move up to here and he'll attack the hobgoblin there. And a miss.
Oh, that's a miss.
Okay. He's going to use a bonus action and call forth the spiritual weapon.
All right. Yeah, just calling out as a reminder, you do have 5 rerolls, team, from Dave earlier.
And so, can I attack with the spiritual weapon then?
Yep. I'll put out a token there for you. And a 17 is going to miss.
All right, I'll just leave it at that for now.
All right, back to the top. Troll. We'll say he's got a 25% chance of getting the right key here. And he's just kind of fumbling with the keys. He's jamming them in from the other side and twisting. But it doesn't seem like he's having much luck in this 6-second span of time.
Have you tried the left one yet?
And he's just like hulking out, just kind of rattling on the cage. Hobgoblin 1 is going to move up here 5, 10, 15. Longsword out. Going to take a swing here at Helibet. Ooh, and a 22 is going to hit. And so he's going to get his martial advantage ability on this one because he's hitting you with a weapon attack and you were within 5 feet of his ally. So he's going to do a bit of extra damage on this one. $16 points of damage to Helibet. Hobgoblin 2 is focused here on Turco. takes a swing and misses. Hobgoblin 3 moves up to you, Dunker, and he's going to take a swing with the longsword. Pulls out his longsword, takes a swing. Ooh, 22 hits.
All right.
Three points of damage.
It's not so bad.
And then it's your turn, Dunker.
All right. Which one of these jokers has my longsword?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me just randomly determine that. It's actually the one right by you. And we'll say it's actually your sword is sitting over by the table here. Because he set it down when he moved over to attack you.
Well, that's not where I want to go. So I'm going to do Dissonant Whispers on hobby number 3. After I run away.
Are you going to disengage?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you disengage and make your movement. Oh, wait. Are you casting a spell?
Yeah.
Do you have something that allows you to disengage with a bonus
Oh, no.
action?
So he can swipe at me again.
Okay. He'll take that.
I'd rather get whacked again than go back in that room.
Let's see. Ooh, critical hit.
Ouch.
14 points. Looks like you're still on your feet. And then you cast your spell. He failed, so he takes. What spell are you casting?
It was Dissonant Whispers.
Dissonant Whispers. Okay.
That's pretty average.
Kind of ducks over here by the wood pile.
And that's my turn.
All right, Professor, it is your turn.
I'm gonna drop both my short swords, do a little flourish with my blades. With my action, I'm going to cast myself a blur. And 40 feet of movement. Don't worry, Dunker, I'm here to rescue. Oh, hey, how you doing? And then I'll move right there. And that's it.
Ghoul-Dust just. Oh, there's more.
You must be Ghoul-Dust. It's finally a pleasure to get. It's very lovely to finally meet you.
There's something about you. Yes, you reek
Don't
of
say it.
death.
Well, there's 3 dead people in here now, so there is that.
Yes. Come back for your books. You can't have them. Darius gave them to me.
As far as I'm concerned, I killed Darius, so you're the only one that stands in my way.
And he is going to cast Blight.
That's a fun spell.
So,
It's gonna check.
Constitution save.
It's gonna check a certain spell if that helps with necrotic damage. Cold, fire, lightning, thunder, or acid. Nope, this is gonna hurt.
Would you like to use one of your 5 rerolls?
You know, based on this is one of my favorite Grave Cleric spells. Please.
All right. And a 15 succeeds, so you'll be taking half.
Yes, but I am still a wizard, so this is going to hurt a lot. Oh boy, he has blight. Whee!
And you are still up, and you've maintained concentration on. Is it your blade song or what is it
Blur.
there? Blur. Okay. All right. Next up, Turco, and Turco is taking a swing at this hobgoblin. And for the first time this session, Turco manages to land a hit.
Yes.
And for the least amount of damage that he could do, which, what is that? Would be 3 points of damage. But he gives a little cheer of victory. And then we turn to Helibet.
Helibet is he's going to cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
They just cast it.
Yep. Spirit Guardians.
It's a 15-foot radius spell. Brings forth the spirits to protect me. And I don't know if there's doesn't seem like there's a save for them or anything. Oh yeah, there is affected creatures' speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for the first time on a turn or starts a turn there, it must make a wisdom saving throw. And on the failed save, you'll take radiant damage because I'm good.
Sounds good. Anything else, Helibet? You also have your spiritual weapon there. You could take a swing with that.
He's gonna do that too. Doesn't seem. How do I? How
Just
come I
roll it in
can't-
the chat. It's probably because of the token.
Yeah, you probably are marking the token.
And 12 is gonna miss.
Okay. That'd be it then.
All right. Back to the top. Troll is fumbling around with the keys. But he manages to find the right one and unlocks the door. And at that moment, he starts to barrel forward. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's just yelling, "Move out of the way! Out of the way!" in Giant. So I don't know if Dunker's going to understand that, but Professor does.
He's telling you to move.
Hobgoblin 1 starts out in the Spirit Guardians.
Should I roll damage or?
I'm just, what was the saving throw? Is it Wisdom?
Yeah.
Wisdom, okay. This one gets a 15.
I don't know what is that.
His spell save DC.
Where is that located?
Let's see. You are a cleric, so it should be proficiency plus wisdom modifier plus 8. It looks like a 13. So he would save. Did he take half on a save?
Yes.
Okay.
Should I roll damage in?
Yep. 17, so it takes 8 points. He's still up. He's gonna take
Speed is half too.
speed is half. Yeah, he's not moving anywhere. He's gonna try to hit you and hopefully knock the spell away. Is his hope. But not on that one. He misses.
I'll say DC is 14.
Okay. Well, either way, he's still saved. Maybe your proficiency bonus went up or something. I don't know. Hobgoblin 2 is starting out in the Spirit Guardian, so he needs to make a Wisdom save. He also saves. You can roll damage. $13. Okay, he's still up. He's gonna take a swing. He's turning his attention to you, Helibet. But he misses. And Hobgoblin 3 regains control of himself. And moves to right here with a dash. Dunker, it is your turn.
I'm going to use my bonus action to. I'm just going to do this in the order of which kills me last. So, oh, come on. Yes, so I'm going to use my bonus action first to do Healing Word. And I'm going to heal the professor.
You are far too kind, if I may say so.
Don't get too excited. Oh, you get 5. That's pretty decent.
I won't say no to that.
And that's the last of my magic. I think I'm gonna die here. And I'm gonna get out of the way of the troll. So giving an opportunity.
Okay, no disengage.
I don't know. I usually play rogues where I can just disengage whenever I want. So is there a disengage thing that I can do instead of my action?
Well, you haven't used your action yet.
Word's a bonus.
Yeah, it's a Healing Word is a bonus action, so you still could disengage here.
All right, I'll disengage.
Okay.
So as not to die, and then I'll move over here.
Sounds good. Professor, it is your turn.
Oh, that's a good spell you got there. I won't scoff at that anymore, but I can do one too. And he's going to point the wand at him and try and paralyze him.
Sounds good. Ooh, and I'm out of rerolls. You got him.
And Giant, he'll turn to the troll. Hey, big guy. He's just going to walk by the hobgoblin without disengaging, pat him on the shoulder and say, "He's all yours. I need a second." So he can take an attack of opportunity if the hobgoblin wishes.
The blur is on, right?
Yeah, the blur is still on.
Okay. He misses.
All right. That's all I got.
Gouldust's turn. Does he repeat the saving throw at the end?
He does get another repeat, but it'll be at the end of his turn.
And that was.
Throw it at him again.
Oh, you got it. Okay. All right.
Still paralyzed.
Paralyzed. Did you drop the effect on him?
Yeah, it should be marked as paralyzed.
Okay. Very good. Turco. Turco's gonna take a swing here. Misses. Halibut, it is your turn.
Okay, Halibut's gonna attack with his warhammer.
$15 will miss.
And he's going to use a reroll on that.
Okay. Uh, 19 will hit. And that will take. Which one were you hitting?
The one that would be the one that's above me.
Okay. I think. I wish. Okay, Hobgoblin 1.
Yeah.
He goes down.
And I'll do the spiritual weapon now.
That's a hit. And that one goes down.
And I think he'll move up to here by the professor.
All right. And you have control over the guardians not harming the troll, or do you want it to harm the troll?
I don't know if that actually moves with me or not. It
moves
doesn't
with
say
you.
anything
It
about
moves with you.
What's that?
It does move with you.
Oh, it does. Yeah, I have control over picking any number of what does it say? Designated any number of creatures that you can see to be unaffected by it.
You would have seen Professor pat the troll on the shoulder and say something in giant.
Yeah, I seen the professor give the troll the keys, so I figured he'd probably be on our side.
Yeah, I assume so. Just thought I'd ask. Moving up, troll. I'm just gonna move that. There's got to be a way for me to put that on some different layer to make it more functional. But troll moves forward and is gonna try to wreck this hobgoblin here. Gonna attack first with one of its claws. Hits it. Deals enough damage to bring it down. And gets to right here. And that's the end of the troll's turn. Dunker.
All right. So Dunker is going to come behind this troll. And when he gets to about here, he's going to reach down and pick up the longsword off of Hobgoblin's body. And he kind of mumbles to himself, "Not my sword, but it is my blood on that sword." So, and then I actually do one spell slot. So I'm going to blind again. Wait, what is the distance for blinding? Well, come on.
I think it's like 30 or 60 feet.
Okay, yeah, it seems that way. So,
30 feet.
oh,
It's fine. He's within range.
okay. So,
And he fails.
yeah.
So he's paralyzed and blinded. Anything else, Dunker?
Probably could have done damage to him instead since he's already paralyzed, but I don't know. That's it for me.
Prevents him from, if he comes unparalyzed, he can't cast spells that require sight, so that's a plus. Professor, it is your turn.
Now that I have a moment to recuperate myself, I'm going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. Could I slide underneath the troll to get towards gold dust? Ghoul dust.
I think right now the troll isn't opposing you, so we'll consider him a friendly.
Mm-hmm. So
Dangerous
half,
game.
half
just
movement, you said?
double movement through the troll's squares.
All right. Oh, sorry, big guy. I'll probably get about here because you'd be in the way otherwise. And I guess I'll just look at Ghoul Dust and say, that was incredibly rude. And I'm going to just magic missile him at first level. First missile, second, and third.
Looking pretty good. Oh, nearly full damage.
I won't say no to that. It's action and movement. I gotta do anything with bonus. That'll be my turn.
All right, Ghoul Dust.
He gets another save at the end of his turn.
Okay, that one's for the paralysis. Okay, now I have to do one for the blind. Where are your stats, buddy? Sorry, 1 second. Con save. He is still blinded, I believe. Your spell save DC, Dunker, was 15 or...
It was 12.
Oh, it's 12. Okay, so he, blindness and the paralysis is done, but that's the end of his turn. And then it is Turco's turn.
He doesn't have to roll separate saves?
He did roll it.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, he got a 14.
Oh.
So Turco moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's just right behind you, Helibit. And he says, Helibit, I'd be lying if I said I knew what was going on here, but it seems like maybe that big troll guy is helping us out. So we just kind of like let him push forward, right? We just hang out back here and take it in and watch.
Well, I'm going in. He may need help against that powerful necromancer.
Nah, he'd be fine. He'd be fine. I'll be right behind you. I'll be right behind you. And then Helibit, it is your turn.
Helibit's gonna move up to here. And he's going to let's see now. He's going to attack with Sacred Flame.
Sacred Flame and Ghoul Dust. Oh, I think he still got. So he got a 17, so he should succeed on that. Thank you. All right. Anything else, Halibut?
Um, no, I don't think I can do anything else just yet.
All right. Troll moves ahead here and is gonna lay into Ghoul Dust. Claw attack misses. Second claw attack misses, and then he goes for the bite. Somehow he missed on all three of those. Troll's been in captivity for a while, a little rusty. Dunker, it is your turn.
All right. So I'm gonna come over here, and I'm gonna put both butt cheeks against the wall for balance, and I'm gonna shoot him with my longbow.
Nice hobgoblin sniper stance.
Double butt cheeks.
A 15 will hit.
Okay.
And 8 points to Ghoul Dust.
I got nothing cute to say. I am injured.
Professor, it is your turn.
I was gonna note down here a little more and just look at these gross pots and say, ugh. And I thought I smelled bad. And I'm gonna use the wand of paralysis on him again.
He's like frozen.
And then with my rest of my movement, I'll get right in his face. And that would be my turn.
Becomes Ghoul Dust's turn. At the end of his turn.
Gets another save. Still paralyzed.
Still paralyzed. Turco.
Turco, get in here and start shooting your bow.
Troll's got it. You just hear him say from the hallway.
Turco, I thought you were going to be on the front line this time.
I was for a little bit, and I got one hit in. Did you see that?
I did. There's still plenty of room up here for you.
I don't know.
There's only one guy left.
Okay.
Remember, you can get in great graces with the queen.
He moves about as far as Halibut is there, and he sets aside his other equipment and pulls out the longbow, and he'll attempt to take a longbow shot at Ghoul Dust. And again, he's just shooting over people's heads. I almost got him that time. Halibut, it is your turn.
Okay, Halibut moves down to here. So he's got him encased in the spells perimeter there. And he's going to take another shot with the Sacred Flame.
You want me to do a dex? He fails it. He fails it automatically, so.
He failed?
Paralyzed. Yeah, he fails automatically because he's paralyzed. 4 points to Ghoul Dust.
Yep, then.
Alright, Troll is up. Couple of claws. I'm gonna move this out of the way. 16 hits. 13 points of damage. Second claw attack. Hits. 13 points of damage. And the bite. Troll bites down on Guldust's head and does 10 points of damage. And he's just kind of got him in his maw. His whole body is just ripped up and clawed to shreds. He's helpless. Dunker, it is your turn.
So, would you say like it's his torso down that I can see?
Yeah, he hasn't like lifted him up or anything. He's just kind of got him in a vice grip.
So, I'm just gonna quietly step over here. Stepping. Turco, you need to be a part of this. It's for our future freedom. And I will take my short sword and I will stab into his body. Oh, what's happening? I've got like 5 die. Yeah, I don't want to drop that. So I'll roll to hit him with my short sword. Essentially, just trying to. I don't know why that roll
Right.
too.
Because
advantage
he's
because he's
paralyzed.
Oh, okay.
So you hit. And with that, he is still alive. Anything else, Dunker?
Nope. I kind of call for everyone to get in there, and we need to like all kill this guy so we can be part of the stories that are told forever.
All right, Professor, it is your turn.
I just see that the troll has him in his mouth. I'm gonna ask him, and like, "You want me to help, or you think you got this by yourself?"
The troll just is kind of unresponsive. He's just like, in the midst of this shredding his body to pieces.
I'm just gonna while he's doing that, just get behind him and just plunge the short sword just in his back. Just, ugh. Yeah, this is better for you than it is for me.
All right, you got it. You plunge the sword into his back, and you could just see Guldust's body kind of go limp as the troll's got him in this, both claws on him, and he just pulls back on his head and rips his head off, and just tosses the body aside, and you see him kind of like kind of collapse on the ground, sort of just exhausted from everything that this is taken out of him, and just endurance wise.
Professor's gonna go up to the troll and say, "You take yourself a minute, friend. He's no longer with us. Good work." And I'm just gonna go straight into Goldust's pockets.
Yeah. So what you find, he does have like kind of like a pouch that seems to have little compartments in it that have different powders and holds a couple of different like vials of fluid, many of them kind of a sanguine red.
Do these appear to be some sort of spell components?
Do a Arcana check. They do. They definitely seem like something. They all have kind of a rank odor to them. When you open it up, you can just it kind of wafts up. Um, you're not exactly sure what the things are, but your best guess is that these are materials for some kind of necromantic whatever he's boiling up there in those pots to the south to the far end of the room is probably these are probably additives that he's been adding to that. But you do also notice that he's wearing a ring that has sort of a do I have 1 second? I just want to look something up here real quick. It's a ring that has an emblem, kind of an ebony emblem of a skull, and it's sort of decor is almost like the band of the ring. Almost seems to be kind of like a cowl or a scarf that goes up over the head of the skull and then makes its way and just kind of weaves itself into the band of the ring that's holding the skull. And he also has a rod, or a wand rather, that he's got kind of stowed away in his cloak. That has a very similar kind of design on the top of the shaft.
Definitely something my father should check out. All right, it's all yours. And then I'm gonna just go back to being an old man. Oh, that was rather interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna wander over here and oops, grab my actual sword and toss the other one on the ground.
Professor, you hear in your head, the books. We must recover the books.
He did mention that he had them and that Darius gave him. It wouldn't be too bad to look around the room.
And they're pretty obviously just stowed away under this table over here. There may be there are a number of books there, but there are 3 tomes in particular, and Ariga seems to know exactly which 3 they are, and he directs you towards them. It seems to be like a 3-volume set on necromancy.
I did see these in the archives maybe one time. It didn't really fit my fancy, if you catch my drift.
No, I should think not. These are books that were written long ago by worshippers of an immortal named Thanatos. They belong in the library of Usamagaras. This is dangerous knowledge, but knowledge that must be preserved nonetheless.
I can't let these fall into the wrong hands again now, can we? We've seen what horrible abominations they've made with them.
So we're going to return now?
I feel like our mission is complete, in a sense. Now it's the only problem we have now is the aftermath.
I don't like this room. I'd like to leave.
Are there any weapons in here other than short or long swords of dead hobgoblins?
Yeah, just the weapons and the armor of the dead hobgoblins, but then it seems like professors probably found the valuables, the books, and also the ring on Gulda's finger and the wand that he carries.
Right.
We shall examine these further once we are in a more safe location.
And so you're all going to be able to get back. You've completed this task before a significant amount of dead hobgoblins were brought back to be revived by Ghoul Dust. And so he's not going to be here. He's not going to be able to bolster the forces of the hobgoblins with undead Thuls, which would probably be devastating to the goblins, as they are pretty tough creatures, as many of you can attest to. When you return back up to where the goblins are, Queen Gertella will thank you immensely for your assistance, but she will implore you that they've got things under control and that you all should return back to see what is happening down in the city, as there is a whole battle that is happening down there currently, and likely the three factions are in need of some assistance. And in fact, the next adventure will be sending a crew to go to the Temple of Zargon to deal with the leadership of the cult. So we'll call it a night there and dole out some experience and things like that here. Just for your all information, the items that you found here include a Wand of the War Mage and a Ring of Necromantic Resistance.
I see both of those help our professor.
I already have a wand which I use, which is the wand of paralysis, is what I was using. I mean, I don't know if I can do the multiple wands, but someone else deserves it. And is there any way we could convince our lovely troll companion to possibly accompany us?
He's thankful enough that you helped rescue him. However, he still is a chaotic kind of creature himself, and so he more or less wants his freedom and is want to just he has no stake in this fight. And so he pretty sternly insists that he'll be on his way as soon as you depart here.
Don't go out the front door, there's traps, that's bad.
Probably a fair warning, because he'd probably be dead by the time he got out the door. So he'll go out the way that you all came in, and yeah. So thanks everyone for hanging out with us here tonight on 20 Sides Every Story. Just playing one of our subscriber games on a Monday night. We're always looking for people to play in these games, and so if you're looking for a crew to play some D&D with, this could be an option. All you have to do is you can support us by means of our Patreon. If you do that, our Patreon supporters get the first crack at the sign up, so you could join us there. Otherwise, as you can see, we've got, whenever we need players, we could have up to 6 in a game, and so when we need players, we reach out to our Twitch subscribers. So you could also just subscribe to the channel and support us that way. And then keep an eye on your email for when I send out an announcement saying we've got room for people to come play. Otherwise, you can also drop by our Discord and find signups there, and just in general hang out with us in between the streams. So come join us there as well. All right, I think we will call it a night. Let's do a little raid over to our friends at the Nat 30s. As we close it out, we'll do some housekeeping here offline. And yeah, we will see you all soon.
Thank you, Alex.
That could have gone really bad.
I almost died.
4th level? Damn! Okay. He's got 4th level spell slots. Oh no!
He had one more of those left too, so
Oh boy.
locking him down.
Yeah. As a wizard, I don't want to get hit by that.
You kept him pretty contained with the paralyzed and blinded spells, though.
I feel like if we didn't have that, we were going to be in a world of pain. What other spells may he have? Because
I pared him down from the actual. I wanted him to be a necromancer, but not quite as powerful as the one from the book. So I pared him down. That was his big spell was blight.
yeah,
But he had
8d8. Ooh.
he had vampiric touch though.
I always feel like that spell's a very iffy spell at occasions.
Yeah, although in this case, I think if he could have gotten it off, I think he was in a prime position because he gets a little bit of a boost on his necromancy spells. So in the hands of this particular creature, I think it could be useful because he's got, what is it? Grim Harvest once per turn. Oh no, that's not the thing I was thinking of.
Disintegrate.
I don't know. He's got something that would have boosted that. But anyway, you did good. You had him. You had him on the lockdown. The other thing he might have done, I was thinking about having him, if he would have gotten free of the paralysis, is he was gonna dimension door and kind of scoot.
Tricky bastard. Because
So
it's a good thing we kept him in the lock with paralysis.
Yep. Well, and the blindness was going to be kind of interesting too, how that would have played out.
I got immediately worried when they just took Chris Jones away from us. It's like, shit.
I got immediately worried.
No.
I actually had some jokes, and then I was like, "What?
You got
Want me to go on that table?"
You got to pay the troll toll, Chris
be
Jones.
the next undead soldier there.
So
Quickly
it's like
trying to find the webpage where I had all my goblin jokes.
So like the Thos are resurrected hobgoblins with the use of troll blood to give them regeneration. Is that how that works?
Yeah, I guess I wasn't sure how gruesome to make that, but yeah, this troll was their prisoner, and they were just mutilating him to harvest his blood.
I mean, infinite resources, I guess. It works. But poor guy.
Let's see. We had a couple of fights. We had the one earlier fight.
We had the one in the War Chief's room. We had the not Barry, the Hobgoblin version of Barry, and the training room.
We should have just murder hoboed the troll for those sweet XP. Just kidding.
And I can stand in front of it all day if you want. I just dodge.
I was just waiting for the troll to turn on us as soon as we got the ghoul dust.
That's why I was like, "Oh, Professor, are you sure you want to be right in front of him like that?"
If it wasn't 10:09, I might have gone that way, but you guys were also kind of beat up, so it wasn't really necessary. Want to reward, using the troll. But EXP has been launched, and I think, Professor, you get your level 5.
Aha! I now have third level spells.
In Dunker, you get your level 4 right away because small party means big EXP.
Really? I got level 4?
Yep.
Well, all right,
Gonna take the average hit points because I need everything I can get as a blade song. Let's see, wizard total levels is 5. Same with wizard. Where's my player's handbook? Cliff, do you have the XP threshold to level 6?
What's that?
Do you know the threshold for level 6?
Uh,
Oh, it's a climb. I found it. Never mind, but thank you. 14,000. Okay. Whee!
what am I at right now? Anyway,
You're getting there. Really getting there.
You're at 8,678.
Is there a
This-
feat that I want? Maybe we'll have to.
Never go wrong with a feat, Chris Jones. At 5th level, I get proficiency bonus up and 2 3rd level spells. I can get 2 more spells to my spell book. What would the professor take?
I'm gonna take the improvement, I think. I don't know any feats. I'll look up feats. I won't add any improvement because I'll wait for a feat.
I'm taking haste because it just fits.
Do I learn another spell?
I think you do, yes.
Oh, I need another second level spell slot. How many GD spells do I need to learn?
I need a damaging spell. I don't really damage. Chris Jones. I'm thinking between 3 spells. Do I want lightning bolts, counterspell, or fireball?
I don't know.
Well, I do have a scroll of fireball I can just eventually scrap into my book, so I don't think I'll need fireball.
So what the fuck would I ever use Mage Hand for?
Pickpocketing, activating stuff like levers from a distance.
opening doors.
It's more of a utility spell.
I
Not
get
really.
the feeling I should have taken something else.
Like, Mage Hand is always good to have. I love that spell. You can just, like, while no one's looking, you can just grab someone's keys and just fly it away.
Well, like another cantrip. Do I want Warding Wand or Blade Ward?
I think your action, you only get resistance.
Yeah, it's a whole action just to not get hit next, or just to take less damage this time. That's not great.
You know what? I have to embrace the Count Dooku. That's what I was going for. I'm going to stick with them taking Lightning Bolt.
Nice.
Will Pruno ever take Fireball as one of his spells? Probably not. Lightning Bolt. Oh no, now comes the point where I got to choose what spells I want to prepare. But that's a problem for next session.
I need to think about all kinds of stuff.
Oh, and Alex, I was looking at the Blade Song stuff again because I was just looking through on D&D Beyond what I could get. They did a reprint of it in Tasha's that made it different than what it is in Guildmasters. You want me to stick with the Guildmasters version or use the Tasha's version?
Which one do you prefer?
Well, I originally started to do the Guildmasters version, but Tasha's made it better.
Okay. I don't think I have Tasha's in here quite yet, but I should.
There's not much that changes, really. Instead of my blade slings coming back in a short rest, they come back on a long rest, but I get a number of them equal to my proficiency bonus. And when I hit 6th level, when I get an extra attack, I can use a cantrip instead of attacking, or it gives a cantrip as a substitute for one of my attacks. So I'm sure I can do 2 cantrips in a turn.
Okay. I'm fine with either way. It doesn't really matter to me. I should buy Tasha's just to have it in here, so I'll get that for our next game, hopefully.
My arcane recovery goes up too. I can now recover 3 spells a day.
So what my other canticles should be?
I'm always fan of illusions. Messages is good. Minor illusion is good. Prestidigitation is good. But the best one is always, as we all know, is True Strike.
Is that a lie?
Yes, never take True Strike in any circumstance.
Is
Yeah,
anyone
Very, very, very few reasons you should ever take True Strike.
anyone taking the Ring of Necrotic Resistance or the Wand of the War Mage?
You should take them both.
I mean, I could take the wand, but I don't really cast spells that have a ranged attack thing. So it wouldn't be useful for me. It'd be good for Helibit. Helibit, use your guiding bolt. It would give a
Can I
+1
use
to your guiding bolt.
Can I use the wand?
It's just any spellcaster. While holding the wand, you get a bonus to spell attack rolls determined by the wand's rarity. This one's a +1.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not very good for me. I don't think I have anything that useful. So
The Ring of Necrotic Resistance is really good for anybody, honestly. It all depends on who wants it. But it does require attunement, and I think I'm almost attuned out. Let's see.
I take the ring.
All ears. So I'm trying to check if the wand I have right now is attunement as well. Yeah, I already have 2 items I'm attuned to. I have the sword and the wand. It's all yours.
is prestidigitation. I can't say that word.
It's your catch-all spell. It can really do almost anything you want. Light candles, make noises, make smells, that kind of stuff. Barry could have used it to make his food taste better, but it would never work for Barry because Barry's Barry. Oh no.
Helibit, you taking both of these?
I don't know. It's taking the ring. I don't know about the wand at all.
Yeah,
What-
take the wand.
The one would
Okay.
serve you best. You have your guiding bolts and stuff that you use. I don't have any ranged spells that I use that aren't an automatic hit.
I'm just gonna give it to you, Helibit. If you decide later on you want to give it to someone else, otherwise everyone passes on magic items and then they never get used and they just sit here.
Oh, and we collect all the treasure that's in the Warlord's room.
Yeah, we could like cash that out at some point, like maybe at the end or at the end of the campaign.
Hell yeah.
We all retire, rich.
I imagine by the end of the campaign, I'm going to be dead. I'm just going to... I can die now. Goodbye.
Yeah,
All three
mission
of you?
mission complete.
Mission complete. And then I just turn into Ariga for some reason. Hello. I'm back.
I am the Burning Man now.
Oh no.
Whoopsie.
It's the wrong voice.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. That was fun. We made
Yeah,
it
thank
work
you.
with the limited group.
Yeah, I think it went pretty well. Unless it didn't. Unless you're like, man.
Well,
No, it's there's a history of these are already kind of gritty adventures, and so having 3 people has typically ended in TPKs.
yes. I can attest to that.
But this group is high enough level that we're somewhat buffered by that. But I think having Turco in there helped a little bit. He distracted at least one thing in the combat, and
He hit one time, right? The entire fight.
Yeah, he wasn't really there to hit or kill things. He was there more as an annoyance or a distraction for one of the things. Hobgoblins are no joke if they hit you, though.
They get-
'cause-
Yeah, that martial ability they got. Ooh.
Well, and they also have that like
They also have really good armor class too. Like they were like wearing like some sort of chain shirt.
what
yeah,
is
I think
that
it's
thing called?
chainmail and a shield.
Chainmail on the shield, yeah, 18s. Ooh.
They have a saving face. I don't know if they get it to the level. This is a Volo's Guide to Monsters thing.
No, the monster stats don't have that
You
particular
get it
one.
though.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You can save face.
I should have done it when I was playing against Turco in our shooting contest that we both failed awfully at.
You leave the dwarven cleric and the old man up front. We're like, we got it. We just kept missing.
Yeah, I was handicapping myself. I didn't notice it before, but my my proficiency wasn't up as high as what my level should have been. But
It should have turned automatically when you.
I didn't have my level up to level 5. where it
Oh,
should.
you didn't switch yourself to level 5, did you?
What's that?
That's probably is. Did you go on your character sheet and put yourself at 5?
I am now.
All right.
But it wasn't during the game.
I feel so strong. I have 30 hit points now. And the Hellbent's out here with like 50 something. I was like, okay.
Well, I was level 5.
Even still, 50 hit points for a cleric is, whoa, that's real good.
Well, I have a
Thank-
very high constitution.
And are you the dwarf that gets like an additional hit point every level too?
Yes.
Yeah, you're beefy. You're a
Yeah,
beefy dwarf.
I'm kind of your tank right now. So
I mean, armor class of 22 is no joke. That's pretty good.
actually, when I go up to level 6, I'll get another boost to my AC, so I'll have 23.
I'm gonna eventually cast either haste or blur on you if I can. And he's like, "You got it."
Yeah, Halibut was going to be my original target for Blight if it came down to that, but he wasn't there. He had the hit points to absorb it.
Unless secretly, halibut is a plant. Are you a plant, halibut?
A plant?
Are you a plant, perhaps? I've heard of these things called myconids. They're like some weird fungal people that can. They're walking mushrooms, more or less.
No, I'm the forge domain.
You're dodging the question, it seems, halibut.
I'm not a plant.
Okay. I had to make sure. In all honesty, what would have happened if we didn't rescue Chris Jones?
Did you rescue me or did I